It's a monopoly. I am not working mostly out of my office. I'm working mostly in my house. One, because a lot of my people are incarcerated or out of the county. But two, if I work at my house or at my office, my power bill is $400 or $500 a month on top of my house bill. I'm going through menopause. I need it cool. I can't afford $1,000, $1,200 a month for both business and house. So, yes, but Angie Hatton, I'm dropping names. She lost to Jacob Justice in either the state representative back in the day, and then
Mhm.
she decided not to run again. She's a local yokel from Whitesburg.
Jamie
And
Hatton's
so
sister.
this year appointed her as on the power
Boy.
utility board or something that monitors.
The
I don't have a
PS board.
problem naming her. Me and her, we we have not ever really. We're
So
not
she
Facebook friends.
she is Jamie Hatton's sister, and she used to be the state representative. She is an
And she
attorney.
got beat.
Well, I found it very surprising. I pulled up a thing on her the other night, and it had a review, and gave a horrible review for her as their attorney. But it also said that she did civil rights work, that she's a civil rights attorney, and I just about fell out of my chair when we're having these kind of problems here in Letcher County, and her
She's
being
helping. She is helping the power bills in Eastern Kentucky keep rising and rising and rising. And when she got that job, her job was as I'm not quite, but I know that it was to help Eastern Kentucky and to relieve the power bills.
Yes. Listen, we were fighting. We have went to all these PSC board meetings back in the day. We did. We got up and we spoke. We protested. We tried to explain to them, you're killing us. We are the poorest counties in the America, and we've got the highest power bills in the country. Our church, where they only go in twice a week on twice a week, and they've got a $1,200 power bill. How is this happening? They've got it set up to where, you know
Exactly.
they've got it set up to where it's all rigged. So there are three people that sit on the PSC board, and anytime that the company, because they've got a monopoly on this entire area, there's no other option that anybody has for their power. You have to go
No,
through
it's a monopoly. There's
no other option.
to go.
And anytime they want a rate increase, they have to take it to this PSC board, and they either have to approve it or deny it. I don't know one time that they have ever been denied. It's always been approved. Always. And they pass on. We dug into this big time. They they pass on every single loss that they have as a company, no matter whose fault it is, bad investment, whatever. They tack on that loss to the people, to the customers, and we end up paying for it. There was a power plant in like West Virginia that we paid for like 3 or 4 times over. Like they just kept making us pay and pay and pay and pay and pay. Even the attorney general put like some kind of an investigation into something to do with them, but not a damn thing
It don't
happened.
don't happen. Nothing
And,
happens.
and then Andy Bashir appoints uh Miss Hatton, Angie Hatton, to the PSC board. Well,
She
Miss
lost her
Angie,
representative job, so why don't we give her a job even though she's not elected by the people? Let's give her a job to help Eastern Kentucky.
well, she
It's
needs
not
to
like
be
it
doing more.
matters to her. I mean, she's comes from plenty of money.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. They do. And they don't listen. It ain't gonna hurt them. They're gonna be able to pay their power bill this month. They're gonna be
Mhm.
able to pay it.
But she
Anyway.
got appointed back in, I believe, Jacob Justice. He's not the state representative anymore. He decided to sit down and let another individual, but
Is
she's
that
been
Miss
on there for Mitch Whitaker, who's a great guy. His dad is, I don't know how to say it, but the Eagle Ear in Letcher County. There's
Yeah,
this eagle, and they wear a arm, and he like handles the eagle.
yeah.
I don't
His
know. It's an Eagle Ear to me.
his dad
But
is
Mitch
pretty
is a
cool.
great guy. He's an attorney in Whitesburg. And he's
I
very smart.
I didn't know that Mitch was a lawyer. I had no idea until the other day. I was looking something up on him. But these are the issues. I noticed that Mitch is very into his job, like he's really down there, like he's doing his thing. But the things that they're working on that they're so proud of, they're great, but we got a lot more important things that we need to be working on, like this power stuff, our electric bills. Like, this is an emergency. What about all of the waste, fraud, and abuse of the all the flood money and just all this stuff? Like, and he's from this area, so it's not like he don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm not a never been an elected official, but I would think that he would need just more than his backing to get support. Some people that have been there longer or from other parts of the state. I don't know. But in order to make a difference, Mitch is new as new as can be to being a state representative.
You're
That
right.
don't mean he can't make change, and that don't mean that he can't cause ripples and waves. But I'm sure that he needs some senior people that backs him in
Yeah.
order to make it to affect the change.
But you got to speak up to get those people. If you keep your mouth shut, nothing, you'll never get it. But I get it. I get it. Right now, it's not something that anybody wants to talk about. We're
Oh, I want
still,
to talk about my power bill. Us women in their 40s. Whew.
right. 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 But to talk about this stuff, you have to acknowledge the failures of the past. And nobody wants to do that. They want to just stay in that same way, the same status quo of the way that everything has been done before. And you can't do it. We got to blow it up, unfortunately, to do something different. If we're ever, listen, the definition of insanity is repeating the same behavior, expecting different
Over, over.
results. You
Or it
can't
could
do
just
it.
be your name or my name.
But I'm still screaming from the rooftops, and I ain't
Well,
gonna
maybe
stop.
we could. I don't know. I mean, I know Mitch. He's a great attorney, as I said, super brilliant and means well. Um, with helping the community. Perhaps you could get together and get a start that group up again and meet with him and see what his course of action is, because I'm sure once he realizes that I know people are concerned in regards to the power bills, but when the concerns are vocal and it comes from each individual, why it matters, I'm sure he will try and he will do his best to at least ripple some water, even if he can't make change where he doesn't have as much backing. Um, And it's probably difficult for him too, where Angie Hatton is from the same area and she's got a lot more seniority, even though she's not in the elected official. She's got more say so. Andy Bashir was the one that appointed her. So if Mitch Whitaker is whispering in Andy Bashir or somebody up there's ear, and Angie is definitely with her six-figure position got Andy Bashir's ear compared to Mitch, who's just a young representative who doesn't know what he's talking about, even though I'm saying he does. He's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, it takes experience, it takes trial and error. I am trial and error every day.
Yeah.
I get things wrong all the time. And then, you got to go back and try and say, I'm wrong. I was wrong. I found out the right information. And some people have a harder time doing that than others.